Hey there, everybody. This is Josh with Tovu Sound. I wanted to take a few minutes to go over the new Spot Creature Footsteps instrument. As you may or may not know, there are pretty limited libraries and resources out there for creating the footsteps and movement for creatures. Some of the hardest animals to do are dogs and cats and small rodents, or even really anything with four legs. Even if you do have a library of these sounds, cutting them by hand is very difficult. So Spot was created to help out editors and sound designers to be able to create these sounds easier. It also can be used as a sound design tool or a transient designer. Alright, so let's take a look at the interface. It looks pretty similar to Edward Ultimate, which is our other instrument that we sell. That one's more geared towards people footsteps. If you are familiar with Edward, then you'll be very familiar with Spot because it's all pretty much the same. The only additions really are the attack and sustain knobs here, and you'll also notice that the triggers are a little bit different because it's an animal. The other difference is obviously the sounds. You're going to have a lot of different sounds here than what you had in Edward. Alright, so let's check it out. One of the things that you'll notice is different is down here. The samples are laid out a little bit differently. You have 4 instead of 2. So you have a trot for like a walk. And then you have a faster gallop sound. You can also do a triplet. So you can perform it however you like. But we decided to give you 4 just in case you wanted to use all 4 fingers. You have scrapes, stomps, and scuffs as well. And what's cool about this setup here is I have a MIDI track that's feeding both my contact instruments here. So I can have cloth on one side or movement, and then I can have feet on the other side. So here's my movement spot. I have a saddle and some tackle in there. You can change the mix, or you can change the different sound that you want. Have more of a tackle, more metally sound. You can really do so much with it. You can also change the attack and the sustain or the pitch. You get it even cooler sounding. You can really just mess with it for hours until you get the sound you really, really want. So let's go into some other sounds we got here. Let's mute this for now. Go back to the feet. So we've got all kinds of little different feet that we can choose from. We've like monkey. This is just basically like hands. And you can also change the attack if it doesn't sound quite right to you. And that all really helps with the transient and how it sits in the mix. You can also change the surface for each of these. What else? We have pause. And we can combine that with maybe a different paw if we wanted, or we can combine with anything. That's why it's so cool, is because you can kind of just make really any kind of sound with this by combining the different stuff. So there you just kind of have like a normal dog. This maybe is like a wolf, or, you know, whatever. Kind of the same thing anyways. But point being is you can really just get the sound the way you want it, especially with EQ. If it's not low enough, you can add some low end to it. Make it like a much bigger sounding animal. Oh, another thing that's cool with the paw, and we can combine that with dog tag in there. Or you can even mix and make your own special dog tag. All right, let's go back and see what other stuff we got. We got a robot foot, robot, dirt, wood. It's kind of like a weird metally kind of sound. And you know, all this can just be used to mix with other things to make your own custom sound. Talons, like a little bird. Or maybe that could be a rat or something. It definitely sounds pretty ratish or birdish. And then you can start getting really weird with sound design. You can get like chamois, gum. It's more like a rubbery movement. Let's see, rubber. Kind of like, that could even be like a little squid or something. So yeah, there's tons of different sounds in here. There's quite a bit that you can do with this new instrument. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, so let's just go through all these sounds and from the top and see what we got. We'll just go really fast. We got the hoof. And so that's about all that we got there. And remember, each one of these has different surfaces as well. So there's even more than that than I just went through. But, you know, there's lots of different sounds in there. And what's cool about it is that you can mix them together and kind of make your own thing with the pitch and the attack and the EQ. You can really just go crazy with it and have some really cool sounds. Even if it's not for footsteps, it could be for whatever, you know, any kind of transient maybe could help you out. So anyways, that's Spot, and I hope you like it, and I hope it helps make your life easier.